Curious and welcome back. The events that went down during the 94th Academy Awards still have everyone talking. And yes, here we are specifically referring to the moment that Will Smith smacked Chris Rock live on stage. And as it turns out, this is the only thing that Hollywood has been talking about. With new information and apologies coming to light, it has been the hottest topic at hand, and one that has stars taking sides. But what exactly has happened since? How did Smith spend the night after the incident? What did the father of the Williams sisters that Will played say? Which celebrities sided with whom? And could the King Richard actor now lose the award that he has just won? Stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest news with regards to the ongoing situation, but before we continue, don't forget to hit the bell and subscription button to stay up to date with the hottest news from the entertainment world. As many of you will be aware by now, during the Oscars ceremony prior to announcing the winner of the Best Documentary category, Chris Rock had made a seemingly out-of-nowhere dig at Jada Pinkett Smith for shaving her head, comparing her to Demi Moore's character in the 1997 movie G.I. Jane. The reason this struck a chord was that Jada did not shave her head for a role, but due to the reason that she is suffering from an autoimmune disease called alopecia. And for those who are not aware, the disease occurs when the body attacks its own follicles, which can cause hair loss and bald patches. As a result of this, the joke did not land with the Smiths, and so, a few categories prior to picking up his award for Best Actor, Will got up on stage and smacked Rock across the face, later shouting at him to keep his wife's name out of his mouth. Of course, this moment had caused a lot of noise online. Despite the fact that the actor apologised while picking up his award, it was never directed at Chris. Until the following day, when Smith took to his Instagram to once again apologise. In the post, he went on to condemn his violence as well as his actions before he addressed Rock. "I would like to publicly apologise to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be." As for the comedian, as of the making of this video, he had not commented on the incident. If you want to know in more detail what went down and if the two men had previous beef, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Though for now, stay with us to find out which A-listers took which side. Looking at the actor's social media prior to the awards ceremony, some had begun thinking that this was something that he had planned in advance. But why? Because in the caption of the post, he wrote that he and his wife were all dressed up to choose chaos, while a robotic voice in the clip said, "Good morning everyone, God has let me live another day, and I'm about to make it everyone's problem." Though of course it is worth pointing out that this was posted long before Rock had made the joke, so it could have been just a coincidence. But what happened after the ceremony? Well, according to what Diddy said during the Vanity Fair Oscars bash, the two men had made peace and decided to let bygones be bygones. Speaking with Page 6, without elaborating further, he said, "That's not a problem, that's over. I can confirm that. It's all love, they're brothers." Though, were the two of them seen together later? Well, apparently not. According to media reports, Rock attended an after-party at music manager Guy Oseari's house. As per Insider at the Glitzy Bash, the stand-up comedian was comforted by the likes of Wanda Sykes, Woody Harrelson and Sacha Baron Cohen, and that he was rather calm about the whole situation. But while Diddy commented that the two made up, another source at the party said that was not the case, as Chris left the award show as soon as it was over. But what about Will? As per media reports and images from the night, the Smiths were busy partying at the Vanity Fair bash, and it seemed like he had fun, Oscar in hand, dancing with his wife and kids at the exclusive event, and he had even rapped some of his classic tunes for a cheering crowd. And while, as we mentioned before, Rock was comforted by industry colleagues, so was Smith. During the ceremony, he had Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry in his corner, and according to insiders, as he arrived at the party, Lupita Nyong'o, Lena Waithe and Trevor Noah all embraced him. But which celebrities are supporting which camp? Stay with us until the end to find out. Of course, after the initial incident, while everyone was reeling from the physical violence, people also focused on Chris making fun of Jada's hair, which many called insensitive for many reasons. Her having the aforementioned autoimmune disease was one of the reasons, but another one was internet users pointing out that previously, in 2009, Chris had produced, narrated and co-wrote a documentary called Good Hair, which focused on black women's hair. The reason that this was brought up was because, according to the synopsis of the production, he had explored the way hairstyles impact the activities, pocketbooks, sexual relationships, and self-esteem of the black community, which some had pointed out meant that Chris should have known better. However, a source speaking to TMZ had pointed out that the comedian did not have an idea that Jada had alopecia, though to this some internet users pointed out that there could have been other, even medical, reasons why Pinkett Smith had shaved her head, that maybe she did not want to make public, and Rock had no right to make jokes at her appearance. It is worth noting that this was not the only joke directed at the Smiths that night, as Regina Hall had also cracked one about their open marriage, which they have not commented on, and as a result, some have argued that this was proof that laughing at the expanse of Jada's condition was the reason for their displeasure and nothing more. Though either way, the incident and the question, who should be cancelled, have caused a big divide, with the Academy releasing a new statement claiming that they were reviewing the altercation, which could result with Smith losing his Oscar. Some internet users were not too happy about it. Many had pointed out that how can they say that they would do it for something like this when this was nothing compared to the actions of other highly acclaimed and awarded filmmakers such as Roman Polanski, Mel Gibson, and Harvey Weinstein, who in the past had serious allegations brought forward against them, with Weinstein ending up in jail. Though there are those that are praising Smith for what he did, and one person is an alopecia advocate, ex-On the Beach contestant Zara Lena Jackson. The 29-year-old reality star told SWNS, "I think it's inappropriate to make any joke about someone with alopecia, as it is a condition that highly impacts mental health for that individual and isn't a laughing matter." Another person that had come to the I Am Legend actor's defense was his former Fresh Prince of Bel-Air co-star Janet Hubert. In her Instagram post, she wrote that there is only so much an individual can take, and that sometimes you have to slap someone back. She then stated that while both actions were incorrect, Chris did not need to go that far with his joke. Even Tiffany Haddish, who considers Rock a friend and who previously worked with Pinkett Smith on the movie Girls Trip, had revealed that what went down was the most beautiful thing that she had seen. Now, this does not mean that she condones violence, but to her, seeing a man protect his wife had meant the world to her. But just as we mentioned before, this incident was something that had divided many people. Now let's look who stands in Chris Rock's camp. One person who was under a lot of heat themselves, aka Alec Baldwin, had come out in his defense. Taken to social media, he wrote, "But I love you, Chris Rock, and I am sorry the Oscars turned into the Jerry Springer show." Now, if you want to know why he has been under heat, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Soon enough, Will might find himself in trouble with other organizations that hand out awards, as the Screen Actors Guild, who in a statement said that violence and physical abuse in the workplace is never appropriate and that what went down at the Academy Awards was unacceptable. Though for the time being, it does not look like they plan any disciplinary actions. One person, however, whose opinion most were curious of was that of Richard Williams, for the portrayal of whom Smith had won the award. For those of you who might not be aware, the man is the father of tennis stars Serena and Venus. The 80-year-old, who commented on the situation in a statement to NBC via his son Lesen, had said that we don't know all the details of what happened, however, they do not condone the actions of hitting anyone unless it is in self-defense. The man was quite surprised at the actions, but the statement did not elaborate any further. The aforementioned Serena, who was also at the ceremony, had also reacted to what had happened with the video of her with a shocked face. As of the making of this video, it is unknown how her sister Venus has reacted to what went down. However, the surprising reactions from Tinseltown did not end here, and there had been some rather surprising and eyebrow-raising ones. One specific involves Jude Apatow in a deleted tweet. Though on the internet nothing is lost forever, especially if you're a known director, and as Variety reported, in the deleted post, referring to the smack, he wrote, "He could have killed him. That's pure out-of-control rage and violence. He's lost his mind." Though, speaking of minds and mental health, Howard Stern, who took to Rock's side, thinks that this is what's happening here. The day after the ceremony, when the 68-year-old took to the radio waves for his Sirius XM show, he said that not being able to control your impulses is a sign of great mental illness, adding that what Chris had said was hardly an insulting joke and that it was not even a good joke. As you can see, Curious, opinions are pretty divided, and things had come so far that Smith could even risk losing his Academy Award, though that is yet to be seen. But what do you think of the situation? Who do you believe was in the wrong? Should both of them be punished rather than just Will? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.